Vernon Maxwell can be signing a pair of shoes for my son, Vernon. The next moment, Maxwell is capable of going after a fan in the stands. He's a complex man and a talented basketball player, and the latest reconciliation project for Sixers coach John Lucas.
The Vernon you find sometimes off the floor is the one who is more dangerous than the one that you find on the floor.
The officers attempted to arrest him. When they attempted to arrest him, he became combative and got into a physical confrontation with the officers.
Maxwell and Jordan just bumped noses. They went right after each other.
This has been coming since the beginning of the game.
He's the only guy to challenge Michael Jordan to a fight. Man, I like that fireness.
His competitive fire makes Vernon Maxwell a perennial candidate for MVP. Problem is, there are no honors for the most volatile player.
Robert Horry and Maxwell have been removed.
Larry Smith going into the stand.
I asked the security guy, I said, would you go handle this situation? And the security guy said, Vernon, he paid his money for the seat. He can say whatever he wants. So I said, okay, if you don't handle it, and he keep talking, calling my daughter bitches and whores, and she's a stillborn daughter, I wasn't going to have it. I told the guy, I kept telling him repeatedly and repeatedly. And this guy, he just kept going on and going on, and it just built up.
Illegal drugs were found in Mr. Maxwell's car.
While his ex-teammates were experiencing the euphoria of a second NBA championship, Maxwell was living a summer of hell. First, he was released by the Rockets. Then, his $600,000 Houston home was foreclosed on. He was slapped with a paternity suit and was arrested for possession of marijuana.
I had a lot of chances, and I had a lot of mishaps that shouldn't have been, things that I shouldn't have done, you know, and it's a lot of stuff that I am embarrassed about, but yeah, I think it's somebody looking down on me.
Protecting you?
Definitely.
Maxwell's guardian angel is now his boss. 5 years ago, John Lucas put Maxwell and his family in his house when the two were briefly teammates in Houston. Now, Lucas has made a home for Maxwell at point guard, but he practically had to beg Sixers owner Harold Katz to offer a one-year deal for about $1 million. A major pay cut for Maxwell.
I said, you know, this is your kind of guy. You want an up-tempo, aggressive team. We can't put laid-back, passive guys out there.
I learned a lot from last year, and so I'm a shy away from all that stuff. I'm a new guy this year. Like I told the press here, I don't want to be Mad Max because I felt like that got me in a lot of trouble, and I just want to go back to being plain old Vernon Maxwell.
I think Vernon deserves a second chance. He hasn't killed anybody.
He's got 1 year to prove himself, not only to me, but to the rest of the league. Does anybody ever question your talent? No. Everybody's afraid of the behavior off the court. Now, I'm not afraid of the behavior because I'll go get you wherever you are. I'll be there.
He called me last night in the hotel, and he said to me, who's all those guys hanging around you in the gym like that? And I was like, oh, I don't know, I just met them, they friends. And I don't like that. I don't want you around all those guys. We ain't gonna have that around here, Blue Boy. He called me Blue Boy. So he said, we ain't gonna have that around here. So I was like, okay, well, I guess he's monitoring my life off the court. It's okay with me. I think I need a little guidance off the court.
I'm not requiring him to become Sean Bradley. Will he not go out in this city? He will go out in this city. I'm not unrealistic to that. Will I say, if there is an incident, that's the end of it? No.
Lucas believes Maxwell needs the challenge of mastering a new position, that handling the basketball and his new role as team leader ultimately will help him handle his life.
In order to be a great point, he's got to be able to handle his emotions. And in order to be great in life, he's got to be able to handle the point. Because in his life, he is the point.
In Philadelphia, I'm Mark Schwartz, ESPN.
Jack, I'm a big Vernon Maxwell fan. I think the change of environment is really going to help him. Do you think he can handle the new challenges that lay ahead?
Well, I would like to think so, Mark. Vernon knows he has to clean up his act, and he has John Lucas there to help him do it. On the floor, there's no problem. He's been point guard before. He's only going to have to do it on a full-time basis now. Has a better than 2-to-1 assist-turnover ratio, and while he's somewhat an erratic shooter, end of the game, he's dynamite. I'm looking for him to have a good season.
And if anyone's looking for a coach to give a player a second chance, see John Lucas in the phone book. We're going to take a short break. When we come back on the NBA Today, hey, of course, Showtime with Shaq. Diesel dropping some bombs on unsuspecting opponents. Look out, Alonzo. Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk, because Showtime is next.